Hi everyone, I'm Paul Chilton. I'm a cyber resilience expert here at NetApp. I'm here to talk to you today about how to protect your NetApp ONTAP environment from a ransomware attack. Now, one of the things that a lot of people have not considered is just how expensive a ransomware recovery could be. If you look at the chart I have up here, over the past few years, the cost of recovery from a ransomware attack has been growing, and this is in the millions. And keep in mind that this is just the cost of lost business and the cost to recover. This does not include the companies that actually paid the ransomware, or paid the ransom rather. So keep that in mind. It's very expensive. It's far better to protect yourself from an attack to begin with and avoid it totally or be able to recover quickly from it than to end up having to deal with this kind of cost. By the way, 1/3 of attacks are due to unpatched vulnerabilities. An example of this would be that maybe you learn about a set of security patches that are released in an upcoming OS release for some of your critical servers, and instead of rolling them in right away, you try to schedule the downtime several months out in order to put those patches in place. During that month, when those several months, you're exposed, and that vulnerability could be a way that an attacker gets in. So the story there is, as soon as those patches come out, roll them in as fast as you can. Like I said, it's far better to take a planned outage than an unplanned one. And attackers are smart, and they want to get paid their ransom, so as soon as they get in, the first thing they're going to look to do is to see if they can disable your backups. And in fact, 90+% of the time, attackers have targeted backups if they could. So making sure that your backups are in place and protected and secure is just as important as securing your production data. Now, many of you may be in a situation where you have your data and your infrastructure in an on-premises data center, but you also have some of it in the public cloud, and you're tying all that together in a hybrid cloud. So making sure that your security and protection and your hardening are all in place across your entire hybrid cloud is super important. Don't forget how long it might take to recover from a ransomware attack, and this is really tied to the recovery costs. You can see that the most common time frame that it took to recover from a ransomware attack was 1 month. And that's a significant amount of time if you envision that, let's say, a substantial part of your business, or maybe all of your business, is down for an entire month. You know, depending on your vertical and your business, that could be anywhere from tens of thousands of dollars to millions or even billions of dollars. So that's a significant recovery time. So again, that gets back to making sure that you close up the loopholes and take care of the low-hanging fruit right away. Now, speaking of that, one of the first things you can do is to assess your business criticality. Now, at NetApp, we have a no-charge workshop that we offer to help you assess your criticality. It's kind of like a business impact analysis to get you moving down the road to determine which applications are most critical to your business to make sure that they're protected appropriately. So that's your first step. Now, also, NetApp takes a zero trust approach, and we recommend that you do as well. And what that does is it says only provide access to data to those who absolutely need it, not just to an entire group. Now, from the standpoint of the zero trust approach, you want to identify first, you want to protect, and you want to detect, then you want to respond, and you want to recover. So NetApp has aligned a set of tools that align to each of these steps in your methodology to protect yourself from a ransomware attack. BlueXP classification is one. So it helps classify your data at the file system level to understand the type of data you have, data that might be sensitive, data that might be critical to the environment, and data that might not be well protected from a permission standpoint. Then for protection purposes, BlueXP backup. Be able to back up your data from a one pane of glass to make sure your backups are in place. They're also replicated to an off-site facility so that they're protected, maybe even air-gapped. Then for detection purposes, BlueXP observability. So That's critical to have the observability to your infrastructure. This tool looks at the infrastructure layer to see what the health of that layer is and to keep tabs on that and to look for things that have changed. Then finally, if you need to respond to an attack or an attacker that's attempting to get into your environment, BlueXP Security. So BlueXP Security monitors your environment, looks for an attacker coming in, takes some precautions, and also prevents the attacker from having further access. And then finally, if you do get attacked, you need to recover. BlueXP Recovery is the other side of the BlueXP backup tool to allow you to quickly and easily be able to recover from a backup, identify which backup you need to utilize. Now, finally, we know that it's not a question of if you're going to get attacked, it's a question of when you're going to get attacked. The number of attacks that are happening are becoming more and more numerous. So as a result, NetApp has developed a program called the Ransomware Recovery Guarantee Program. And what we guarantee with that is that you will be able to recover your data in a reasonable amount of time. And in order to ensure that you're able to recover and have the expertise that you need to be able to recover quickly, you should also consider our NetApp Professional Services, Ransomware Protection and Recovery Service. So this is a service that covers the entire gamut that you see over here of identification, protection, detection, response, and recovery. We also have other services that recover that align to components of that process as well, in case you don't feel like you need the coverage across the entire gamut there. But just keep in mind, while this does cost a little bit of dollars in order to have that service come and help you, the amount of costs that you're going to have in terms of recovery time and ransomware recovery costs are likely to be a lot more. So it's worth having the expertise alongside to help you. So I hope that you found this informative today, and I appreciate the time here and excited to talk to you about how to protect your NetApp environment from a ransomware attack. Thank you.